How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. Today we are checking out something that I've been slacking on, mostly because I have pretty much everyone that you could want. But every once in a while, Star Wars Black Series has a couple releases that I'm like, I don't have them, so I gotta grab them because, you know how it be for a collector who's a fan of something. And today we have 3 Star Wars Black Series figures because I was like, why not do them all together? They don't have a lot of accessories. They're all like in the same wave, except for Ki-Adi-Mundi. I can't even hold them all up. But we have Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith. Super excited for this one. We have a Super Battle Droid, and we have Ki-Adi-Mundi, both of which are from Attack of the Clones. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a close look at the boxes, and we'll get these bad boys. So rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Like, dang, it's just Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill left from the original cast. So, and Billy D. Williams, of course. Sorry, but kind of crazy. As you can see, we've got all 3 figures here. They all say Star Wars The Black Series and Star Wars Attack of the Clones on Ki-Adi-Mundi and the Super Battle Droid, and Revenge of the Sith on Palpatine. Of course, it's Sidious, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Super Battle Droid. Here is the art on the side of the boxes. Some nice drawings of all 3 characters. So that's really nice. And then we have the back, so you can see the Super Battle Droid is number 6, Ki-Adi-Mundi is number 4, and then Palpatine or Sidious is number 1 in the Revenge of the Sith line, and they all have a blurb, so let's check those out. Super Battle Droid, stronger and more advanced than the standard mechanical soldier, Super Battle Droids run tirelessly and fearlessly into battle, reducing their targets to smoldering ruins with their cannon fire. Ki-Adi-Mundi was a Syrian alien who sat on the Jedi Council, a humanoid being. Ki's most distinguishing physical feature was an enlarged conical cranium that contained a binary brain, and his other notable feature is he's a huge frickin' dick. Darth Sidious. The scheming Darth Sidious lived a double life as Palpatine and Naboo senator and the Phantom Menace who manipulated the Galactic Republic's political system until he was named Supreme Chancellor. So yeah, here's the other side. There's nothing on the top or the bottom, so with all of that being said, let's get these bad boys open. You can see how carefully I've opened these boxes so I don't damage them, because, I'm going to keep them. And here they are out of the box. I'm not going to put them on the spinny table because 3 of them would just topple over and make me so mad and make me cuss and all that stuff. Nobody wants to see that. But here you can see our Super Battle Droid. He's not all scuffed up. He looks brand spanking new, so no weathering on him, but it is cast in like a silverish gray plastic, and then you can see that dome on his head is in the nice like metallic-y kind of blue. Got that red dot painted in there, and then you've got some more darker plastic, and of course we've got accessory, but we'll talk about those later. Super cool. He's about as tall as you should be. Super Battle Droids aren't that tall, but they are taller than like a normal human. But because Ki-Adi-Mundi has a giant freaking head and he's a giant freaking dick, he's a little bit taller than the Super Battle Droid. And when I say he's a dick, just watch the Clone Wars. He does not treat the clones very nice. So it's kind of like they probably felt pretty justified when they just blasted him apart with their blasters, but you know how it be. But the paint on his unfortunately shaped head is really nice. You can see his beard is painted in gray. We've got those nice eyes painted in there. Well, I wouldn't call them nice, but they're peering out through the sculpt and they looked really good. And then we've got some texture down there on the robe and some paint on the belt. I think it's all new sculpt. And then we've got some boots down there that could be on, probably is, especially those hands, because you got some big hands. They're humongous hands. And then we get over to Sidious, probably the coolest of the 3. Unfortunately, his head doesn't move because of that big robe that they gave him. Let me fix it so you can actually see his face. But the face sculpt looks really good. That Sidiousness comes through. It's nice, soft, good robe on a pretty articulated body, other than that head not being able to move at all. Like, he's just looking straight forward no matter what you do. He's just like, ultimate power, but only straight in front of me. But yeah, we got the dark maroonish red color with the black accents in that thing. He's got his lightsaber finally, so super cool figure to add to the collection. Like I said, I don't really get many Black Series figures anymore, except for the ones I really, really want in my collection. And obviously Jedi from the prequel era and the Clone Wars I'm going to grab, and some interesting new sculpts like the Battle Droid, Super Battle Droid, super cool. And Palpatine is just the ultimate villain, so gotta get the other version of him because it's only the 3rd version. They had the original release, which they redid in the archive, and then they had the throne room one, which I have, and then of course now we have this one. But yeah, we'll throw that in the comparison. But there's a quick look at all three of them. Let's check out their height. Checking out their height, the Super Battle Droid stands at 6 1/4. Ki-Adi-Mundi stands at, if I can get it on him, almost 6 1/2, like 6 1/4 and some change. And then Palpatine stands at about 5 1/2, a little bit over 5 1/2. Going over the articulation, we will start with the Super Battle Droid. At the shoulder, comes up not even 90 degrees, but we do get full rotation. We get a single hinge at the elbow, but it also rotates there, so you can do that, you know, blasting pose. And this also comes off. It was hard for me to get back on, but we'll just go over that as articulation if I can get it off again. But that comes off, so you get that part. And there's actually a nice pivot there in the torso. Legs come up, single knee, but they go pretty dang far, so he can actually kick his own back, not his butt. We do get a swivel up there at the hip, and then we get forward and a rocker on the knees or on the ankles. So pretty good articulation on that Super Battle Droid. For Ki-Adi-Mundi, going to the head first, we get back that far, forward really, really far actually, to the side, decent as well. Shoulders come up 90 degrees. There is a butterfly joint in there. We get a single elbow with a cut at the elbow for rotation. Then we get a free floating peg for the hands. Torso, there's a ball peg there at the torso, and that is the only articulation, but it goes forward and backward. Leg comes forward that far to the side. We do get a cut at the knee and also a thigh cut, which is nice because they've been getting rid of those. Boot cut, ankle rocker, all that good stuff. So he articulates pretty well. I don't know why they stick with the single joints. I know it's more realistic as far as like human motion, but it just hinders the articulation, but it works for him. And then we get to Sidious. Going over the articulation for Darth Sidious, head, nothing. Like there's no movement whatsoever. It does not budge. Torso, decent amount forward and back. Shoulders come up. There's a butterfly joint in there. We get a single joint that goes over 90 degrees. Free floating peg for the wrists. Torso is nicely articulated. Like I said, legs come up that far. The robe does not get in the way. We have a nice single knee joint. There is a thigh cut. There is a cut at the knee as well. And then we get rockers and all that stuff. So Sidious can be like, ultimate power. It's treason, then blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want him to say in pose he can do, except for move his head. Going over accessories for the Super Battle Droid, we get this laser blast, which has a slot there to peg over this. So you just kind of port it on there as such, like so, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on there, and then I'll count this as an accessory, the little head plate, and then you got to line it up to put it back on. That's why I waited, because it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get that on there perfectly, but I wanted to show y'all because I'm nice like that, but I can't even do it because my long nails are getting in the way. But I did it. It went right back on. I don't know if that chest plate's supposed to come off. It looks like it does, but if it does, then sue me. I didn't show you that. But he looks cool. He poses great. And that's the accessories for our Super Battle Droid. And then for Ki-Adi-Mundi and Sidious, we just get a crooked blue lightsaber for Ki-Adi-Mundi with a new lightsaber hilt with the peg there for his waist. And then Sidious gets a red saber that's a short handle with the gold accents, just like in Revenge of the Sith. So, and in Clone Wars as well. So yeah, those are cool. That's it for the accessories. Actually, I lied because Sidious has these force-lightning hands. So that's it for the accessories. And they just swap his wrist. So it's not a free-floating peg. It's actually on a wrist peg. First of all, for comparison, here they are with my prequel Yoda that I made from the old Yoda that was retro card, because I have the Dagobah one for my my other shelf. And then we have, of course, Emperor Palpatine from Return of the Jedi, who's about the same height and also has soft goods, which is nice. Here they are with Anakin and Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. Here they are with the Clone Wars Maul and Obi-Wan. And then lastly, here they are with Dooku and Aayla Secura, because I think we really need to do Star Wars comparisons here. So with all that being said, y'all, I will say that these three, well, I'm holding two, but three Star Wars Black Series characters are totally worth it, because they're totally worth it to me, because I didn't have them in my collection, and that's the main reason to get them if you're like a completionist like me when it comes to like Star Wars or like Marvel. If I don't have them, I'm going to get them because it's the only place they're making them, and That's just how it is. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you smash the like button down below. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out my 2 giveaway videos. We're doing one at 3.5, one at 5K. Check out my Patreon, which is $1 a month for early videos. Comment on the video. Let me know how your day is going. Just what's up, you know, do all that stuff. As always, I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.